I've been listening to Bluegrass lately.
Hey y'all, I'm Chaz.
And I'm Dan. Welcome to Wine is Serious Business.
That was a false start because I was interrupting him.
That's fine, I don't give a shit.
Leaving it in.
Episode 294. We're here today. Okay. We're here today with Matt again. Matt picked out the wines for us. It's been a while since we've done a single producer focused show, but the wines were on hand. What do we got?
So we got three Scott Paul vintages. I mean, not vintages. Three Scott Paul wines from the same vintage, 2013 here. So the first one that we have is the D122. Something that he's only produced twice. This is the second one.
Yeah, when I pulled it up in Cellar Tracker, it was only the 2008 was the other vintage that he'd produced, which I thought was kind of strange, but it means there's probably some selection behind this that designates it as such. That, or it's just whenever he can get the fruit, right?
Yeah, and the only clarification I have on this is I know that he does rename stuff periodically, so like he'll create a special vintage, or sorry, a special like bottle. So like he did like Pre's Vineyard before this, right? So it's sort of like those ones.
The D122 is named after the road that runs through the great Grand Cru vineyards in Burgundy.
Nice.
So it's from a specific vineyard in the Ribbon Ridge that was planted in 2001.
So question of the day, part one, is this the same as Pre's Vineyard? Or Pre's wine, or whatever the heck it was. The one that he basically renames every year. He does a wine that he renames each year. And that's what I think this might be. Yeah. So the other one that we have here is the Bedrock, which is something that I know he's done multiple times. Also very, very good wine all the time. And then, of course, the last piece, the always classic Azana, which is also
nice.
Fuck, so.
Yeah, you had brought this show up, I think, like a lot, like pretty far in the past. Like we should do it, and I don't know a lot about Scott Paul wines, so I was like terribly excited to try these out at some point.
And Matt's been a fan for what, 5 years now?
Long time, yeah.
A while?
Yeah. I think, as far as I know, this is the second to last vintage from the previous winemaker.
Okay.
So Kelly Fox, previous winemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Kelly Fox, killing it all the time. She's amazing.
She makes good wine.
Makes really good wine. I think this is her second to last one. They switched to the new producer, Ian, what's his last name?
I don't know.
He was from Evening Land.
Yep.
And dude is also an amazing winemaker, killing it. He's going to do, I think 2015 is his first vintage. So,
cool.
Going to be doing killer stuff. So,
shout out to Glenn Beanstock as well. A comment on our last show said that he feels that 2013 is going to be his kind of vintage.
Right.
Chimed in on the blind reviews with that. So thanks.
Cool.
Yeah.
So starting with the D122.
All right.
And this is one thing I tried to find on all of these, but I couldn't. Was were they picked before or after the rain, or partially both?
Sure.
Right. So, judging by the color on this, I would say before the rain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It's light.
It's dark.
What?
Anything that's lighter is dark.
Well, if it's dark, it'd be after, right? Or they could be diluted.
Right.
But it could be riper.
That's the thing.
I don't know.
What happens? I don't know anymore.
Well, because the rain really came through and fattened all the grapes up really quickly, right? And it was cooler after the rains too for a brief a stretch of time. So,
right.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Maybe
It should be darker, I think, usually.
Yeah, I'm half asleep, so it's good.
Matt, I've been drinking all night, so.
I'm getting some nice.
Stone sober, just came from the gym.
Yep.
Half asleep, really tired and overworked, and
just ate a quesadilla and drank 2 beers before this. So.
Perfect.
Okay.
Wine reviews.
Pop and pours as well. Why not? Let's get that out there. I get some nice roses, some nice earthy aromas going on there, and then the nose gets a lot firmer as I really get into the glass.
Yeah, it's got the fruit on it is awesome too. Like I just smell like these dark cherries kind of coming through towards the end. So like the rose and the earth is there up front, and then at the end you just get this like candied cherries, but not in like a Robitussin sort of way. It's like more of an organic candy cherries, which is so Oregon Pinot.
Yeah. No, I haven't bleeped Matt in a long time.
Sorry. I think you already were going to have to bleep me earlier in this show, so it's the second time.
I agree with the candy cherries, and like for a minute there, my brain was thinking like sort of like the menthol cherry candies that you can get, when you have a cold. But this is more earthy, more floral. Like the floral qualities are really nice on it. Just really nice.
Yeah, get a little bit of heat when I really get into it, but so definitely darker fruit, and that makes me think after the rains.
Yeah, pour. Here.
Off-camera pour. Grab a glass, son.
Right there.
All right.
Off-camera pour here, ladies and gentlemen.
Gracias.
Got Sterling behind the scenes.
I'm just sitting here and stare.
Mm-hmm.
Still a little cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to warm up a bit.
Damn it.
But you can still kind of taste it though. You get hit with the tannins up front a little bit. It's a little tight, but
it's
like
young, but it's
very young.
It's a baby. Yeah.
But you can tell that dissipates fairly quickly. Like it definitely it kind of turns into this like fruity, like stony flavor going on, like a little bit of the earth going through, and then it kind of dissipates out, and it just leaves it very dry. A little bit of heat at the end, but
man, the tannins are almost like they're chalky, and they remind me of like strong mineral qualities.
The mineral on it is crazy.
Yeah, this is like super, and it very intense with those flavors.
Yeah, and it's not like really like grippy or harsh tannins. They're just like they have a good character to them, but they're full. They're big. They fill the entire mouth at this point.
That's true.
Definitely make me want to age it. Yeah. I think the cherry flavors have a good sense of delicacy to them, and I'm getting a little bit of like violet or like darker flower going on in there. And those tannins bring with them some really like stony notes. I'm totally on board with what you were saying there.
I want to taste this again when it warms up because like I like it a lot now, and I have a sense it's going to be really good.
We could film it and then do like another quick run through and film it again.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So this smells or this tastes fantastic. The cherry things I totally agree with. I'm getting like a burst of like red currants. And a bit of pomegranate, but then like the stony quality and the chalky quality of the tannins is very, very strong. And I really like it. I agree. There's like no abrasive qualities. It's really quite smooth. The tannins have a nice feel to them. Great acid, but totally baby killing here. Like this is so young, and a wine that I don't know how this will age under screw cap, but like literally forever. I have no idea.
Yeah. This is gonna sit for a while. I mean, I'm gonna treat this like a lot of the arterberries that I have too, in that same sense, where it's just like it drinks good now. But I kind of want to see what happens later on because I know the 2013s are going to be.
Yeah, I'm not going to score this right now because.
Yeah.
Let's wait for a second. Well, right now, what would you score? It'd be like 85, 86 points or something like that because it's just lopsided
86,
right now.
87. Well, it's just the structure's forward. It's an enjoyable drink right now, but it's more. I think we'd all agree that the best is totally yet to come here, right? Yeah. Like. It's obvious that this is too early. So,
even if we give it 30 minutes, it's probably going to get even better.
It's probably going to change. But I think the balance is there. I think the flavors are there. I think it's really nice wine. But give it a few years.
I think it just needs some time to come together.
Yeah.
There's balance, but there's not integration yet. So 86 points for me. If I was going to say right now, but like with total upward potential, this just needs time.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. Cool. I'd probably put it at 87 myself. Like again, I know what these wines become. Like I just knowing Kelly's style, it's very. It takes a little bit, and you know it's going to get really good, and it drinks good now. Like I enjoy it now, so it's.
It depends on the vintage with her. I mean, like I've had some of her wines that, like right off the get go, her 08s. Jesus, they were like beautiful right out of the gate.
And I know I know she definitely does make some that are more ready to go, and some that are meant to, who knows how long.
If Kelly ever sees this show, which of these were they all meant to lay down? Yeah. Who knows, right? So. All right,
that's already way different.
That's totally different.
So wine number 2. This is the Bedrock Pinot Noir,
which I've never had. I didn't even.
I don't even know what the story is. I'm gonna have to totally pull the information off the back.
Read that label. I know you guys love that. This is the best.
We've done our homework.
Yeah,
Bedrock is our selection of the best barrels from the Nisa vineyard, nestled atop of the Dundee Hills.
All right. Continue.
Is it Nisa? Is it NYSA? The Nisa?
Nisa? Sure, why not? Something like that. That's all right.
So
cool.
Yeah, somebody will correct us about that someday too. We'll get it right.
Any more wine?
Yep. Get in there.
I poured myself, not enough.
So it's always interesting drinking these because like Kelly just kills it. Like she's such a great winemaker. And, when I heard that she was moving on and they have Ian coming in, I was a little, hesitant at first.
You were upset at first because you didn't know who was coming in next either. You're just like, oh,
I was like, what's going to happen? Like, this could be ruined. And so then I went there to pick up, I think it was this shipment, actually, now that I think about it. And I went to Taster, and they did a whole, it was the Audrey vertical. So it was like 2003, I think, to 2013. Amazing vertical. And so while I was there, they were like, hey, you need to meet the new winemaker, Ian. And so I got chatting with him, and he came from Evening Land before this. And it was interesting because we went back and tasted out of the barrels, and they're doing some really crazy stuff. And I have a sense, like I am feeling now fully confident that the 2015 vintage is in good hands. And then they're going to krill it. Like, they're even doing, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. They're even going to be doing the first time, a Scott Hall labeled white wine, and it's a Chardonnay from the Marsh Vineyard, which is my favorite Chardonnay that you can possibly get in the state. And Ian's going to be making it, and I tasted it out of the barrel, and just, if that says anything, it's going to be epic.
That's great.
I'm so
I
excited.
thought he was going to say a different word.
It's gonna be on fleek.
It started with a J. It's whatever. We'll move on. We'll leave after the guys.
Thanks. Yeah.
What starts with a J?
Anyway,
man, that smells
These
good.
guys, yeah.
The fruit on this one is just like, bam.
The complexity on the nose is really remarkable here. Getting a ton of fruit, and I'm also getting like just this edge of like barnyardy or like savory funk mixed in with like the fruit and flowers, like a really.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really like complex, kind of spicy, savage Pinot Noir.
But it's not so like the fruit is not as like cherry, like candy cherry. It's more of like a raspberry type fruit in a little bit. Like it's less.
Sure.
But yeah, less of that cherry quality. It smells funny.
Yeah, this is more like the Oregon berry sort of thing.
I'm gonna say Dundee Hills
strawberries,
as opposed to
strawberry
Ribbon Ridge.
raspberry sort of nose. The earthy qualities are there again, but like agree with the savory note, right? There's like this touch of savoriness to it, and a touch of seediness to it.
Great nose.
It smells really good.
Great Pinot Noir.
Yeah, you? No? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Okay.
It's wine.
I like it. There's not a ton of oak, which is nice.
Yes.
Agreed. That is a problem.
Wild.
Thankfully not with this one.
Yeah, and it's great to see the same producer from different areas. Yeah, because this one is definitely ready to go right now.
Oh man.
Yeah. Wow. This is a good
It's
spot.
real good.
And like that light raspberry fruit you were talking about on the nose that comes through on the palate.
Oh yeah.
Straight away, they're light, fresh, delicious.
And you get a little bit of like stem quality, but not like stemmy in like a detracting sense. It's like you get that earthiness coming from the stems a little bit as it comes through with the tannins, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
The berry flavors have a long intensity and a lot of length. I really like the way the acid lifts the fruit flavors literally for a long time. I continue to taste the wine. Tannins are way more subtle than the last wine.
But still very full.
Very full,
Yeah.
but more. We were talking about balance before. Like that was balance. There's better integration here.
Sure.
God damn, that's good.
And this is drinking really nicely.
Yeah.
Now, at least in my opinion, it could be that we just came from the D122 for.
That's all right though.
Being as that was the first wine, this wine is showing a lot better.
And we'll give this a revisit towards the end. Again.
Oh, absolutely.
But this is awesome.
Yeah, this is drinking. This is a nice drink now.
Yeah, nice kind of like stony touch to it. Also, still like you can still taste that it's young. I feel the structural elements at the end kind of being full and kind of eclipsing the fruit, but the flavors are so good up front that I feel like, you know, over time as everything kind of mellows out and blends together more, this will also be exciting to watch age.
Oh yeah.
A lot of good stuff going on.
I still have 3 bottles of each of these, so it's okay.
This is good for you. Then you get to check in on your collection. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a long-time club member, and that's not going to change anytime soon.
Favorite vintage from them?
I mean, the 8s are killing it.
Okay.
The 10s also, they were, when they killed it in 10.
Yep.
As well, like really, really good. So,
and I will say, like they and Isabel from DuPont were the two people that early on in the summer, when everybody started to hate on the 2010 vintage, they're like, I don't know what everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
Both of them were all over social media being like, the fruit's fine. This is going to turn out great.
Yeah.
We love it. And they were right. Like they were the first to like stand there and say it's going to be good, and they were right.
Yeah.
They were so right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did some interesting stuff. I think the 6s were still really good too. Like earlier, when I had that vertical of the 6, I wasn't as fond of it. It's definitely like past its prime, but that's common with 6s as well. But like 3 years ago, the 6s were drinking really well too. It's hard to say, like, because every single one is different, right? So
I really wonder about wines aging under screw cap.
Yep.
I just recently bought a bottle of German Riesling from 03.
Yeah.
From Hexamer.
Sure.
Fresh as daisy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like fresh, not even a hint of tertiary flavor.
Sure.
Or like aged flavor. Like which
I mean,
in 03 that should have been a thing. Right?
I don't know.
Cork?
Right, but those 06 Zellbox under cork don't show age.
I'm talking fresh. Like a new wine.
it's hard to say with German Riesling though too, because I've had like 93 stuff under cork or 94s of German Rieslings under cork, but they're so fresh.
But they show their age.
Not always.
In ways.
Not always.
Okay. All right.
I've had ones that
I
taste
believe
like
it.
Yeah. It's hard to say.
So it makes me wonder about, especially like hot vintages in Oregon, right? Like, I mean, this 2013 was on track to be a warmer vintage. It wasn't.
Right.
But like something like 9 under screw cap or 6 under screw cap, will it Will it hold its fruit longer?
They're probably out there. We can probably find them.
We should ask
think of who went to
the Australians, right? Like
well, and like what Patton Valley went to Screw Cap pretty early. They might have 06s. Like
okay, well that's something we're gonna check on the show. Out. We should do like an 06, like from the same vineyard but from different producers. One under cork, one under Screw Cap.
Get at us in the comments if you know of some aged 06 Screw Cap Oregon Pinot Noirs. Because we'll pick them up, do a show on it.
Even 03.
It'd be a good experience to see exactly how it is. I mean, we should just ask Barnaby. I'm sure Barnaby has something in his basement of like, oh yeah, I just started to compare this like 10 years ago. Let's see what happened.
I look forward to the day when I never drink another 03 again, but we're not there yet.
Not there yet. So this is a wonderful wine. Right in line with like a 90-point score, but with upside. I think this will be a truly great wine at some point. Again, baby killing. It's delicious. So yeah, totally.
Yeah, 80, 89 for me. I feel like the structural elements clips the fruit a little bit on subsequent sips, but still totally enjoyable. And the nose is in a great place. Makes me very excited for where this is going.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on Dan's side here. It's like an 89 plus, I think, for me, because again, it's the fruit. The nose is like spot on, and that fruit just pops through perfectly. But like it does get a little bit hidden at the end. And again, I think in time that'll resolve itself. But
sure, it falls off a little at the end. But I kind of like. Yeah, I just like the intensity of the way the fruit lingers on the palate. This is a completely different wine.
Oh, so different.
I love how different all three of these wines are. It's crazy.
Did you rinse already?
Yeah. You just pour. Yeah. Hook it up. Don't pour short. What's this shit?
Damn. Come here. We're gonna have to read you're gonna have to read the back of the bottle. So
this is already like way different too.
I know, right?
So, high on the south-facing. Oh, sorry. Just steal my stage. So this is the Azana. This is from the it says high on the south-facing slopes of Chehalem Mountains. So
sorry.
We're gonna keep going. We're doing
this
over.
We're good.
You want to make your joke again?
Azana. We can't cut any of this.
Okay. We'll see.
You're supposed to keep rolling with that.
Okay.
All right.
I gotta drink my rinse anyway.
Yeah.
It smells good. During all those jokes, we just decided to, not realize how good this smells. And it's...
Now this smells like a juicy bomb compared to the last two.
Yeah, you know totally. I mean?
Like this is all fruit.
So and right fruit.
Booyah.
Like, totally right.
The fascinating thing about all three of these wines, they're all 12.9.
Yeah.
Every single one is 12.9.
Do you believe it? Do they just keep the same back label? Or no?
It's on the label, right?
It's on the front. Yeah.
12.9.
And you've got that. And you've got you're allowed 1% or something like that. So
0.5% or 1%. I can't remember.
They didn't want to pay the typographer, so
I wouldn't either. I mean, well,
don't change the percentage of alcohol on the label. It's fine. How much time we got left?
12.9. They're all 12.9. We're fine.
Oh, we're good.
Killing it.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a big Jimmy Jam boner log jam of fruit.
There we go. You don't hear that kind of review anywhere else.
Give me some toast, because baby, I got some jam.
Well, I just thought of Joe Swick.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's on the show next week. So
boner jam.
Hot
Jackie
damn.
Treehorn wine.
Hot damn, this is my jam.
I don't even know what to say. A little bit of toast here. Like Sterling commented earlier that the other ones there wasn't a lot of oak. I feel you can notice it here. Not that it's heavy, but it's present.
But it's a beast of a wine, so you kind of need something like that, right? So it's like it's not detracting at all.
Yeah, the fruit intensity here is dominant. Like it's literally the most dominant flavor, and it's higher than all the other three wines. Like I'm glad we did this in this order because I probably wouldn't even been able to smell.
It's true. It would have made that look bad.
This should have been first, honestly. But agreed. Had this been first, things would have been interesting.
Had the Azana.
Just a little bit of a savory thing, but definitely like just darker fruits, riper fruits.
Like slightly gamey on the nose. Just a little bit of alcohol at the end too, I think, on the nose as well. Like a little heat.
I got that on the first, but you might be alone on that one.
If you would have timed your drink just a little bit faster, we would have been all in.
We had to synchronize drink, so that's okay. We're not there yet. maybe after another 5 years of wine series business.
This needs some time. It might also major time.
Agreed. Yeah, the ripeness that's on the nose is not as apparent on the palate. Like the fruits are definitely. I mean, there's good ripeness, but there's no stewiness. There's like
absolutely not.
The nose almost goes a little stewy. It's like almost a little dark flavored. This is not. It's like brighter red cherry fruit, hint of raspberry, but strong tannins, decent acid.
But the tannins are totally different than the other one, like the first one, where it's
all three of these wines are completely different.
And one thing I really like about this is I think that darker fruit delicately lingers very late on the palate. Like it sits on the back of my tongue, kind of in the sides of the mouth, long after the structure, and much more so than the other two. The fruit persists, and it's not heavy and juicy, but it's present.
Yeah, the linger on this one is crazy because it just like hangs there for a little while, and you get that like the fruit just hangs there a little bit. You get a little bit of that like tannin structure kind of hanging as well, and it's just I like that. I haven't taken a sip in like 45 seconds, and I can still taste it. And it's awesome. Like it's.
What are the price points on these wines?
I don't even remember. I think it's like I think they're all like in the 40 to 50 range.
Sure.
If I remember
for retail, yeah.
For retail, and so because I just automatically subscribe to the club and I don't even look at it anymore. So.
And this gives me a little pop that reminds me of the 2010s in the mid palate, where I get this zip of acidity, kind of late on the palate.
It's definitely there.
Yeah, that brings the fruit up. I really like that. Definitely my favorite of the three right now.
Yeah, the acid on all three of these is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think, it's a close tie for like my favorite. I think this one's my favorite.
Yeah.
I agree to drink now. But yeah.
I agree with that. I think the second is so far my favorite. But I think that if we give this again a little bit more time, like another even 30 minutes, an hour, I think these are all going to change completely. And I think this one especially is going to come into its own.
So that's the show. Thanks, Matt, for setting us up with this awesome collection of wines. This stuff is probably only available to club members, right? You get these single vineyard selections. So thanks for breaking these out. But if you get the chance to go down to the tasting room, join the club, check it out.
I'm sure you could probably hit them up and get these wines.
If you visit the tasting room.
I pulled up their Facebook, or I pulled up their actual webpage, and these wines were there. I didn't actually try to purchase them, but
sure.
They were listed as
Chaz did a little research before the show, if you can believe it.
I was trying, man.
Sometimes it happens.
I was trying, yeah.
So they're out there. Good stuff.
Question of the day?
Yeah, why not?
I got one. I'm going to steal it from the last show. Wait, do you have one already?
Yeah. Well, my question is just about aging under screw caps.
I was going to ask the same thing.
Great. We'll go for it. Run yours.
Yeah, same thing. So what we're trying to figure out is how does screw caps affect aging? And if you know, can you recommend any sort of similar vineyards with one where one is a screw cap and the other is a cork that we can just compare on the show? Or
something that we've had experience with. So any Oregon Pinot Noir from 2005 through, I think, 2009 we'd be interested
2002 in. 2002 through 2000.
Sure, 2002 through 2009 that's under screw cap. Let us know where we can pick it up.
And then we can find a cork from it.
I really like it. It almost came to me while we were doing the show. It was like, it'd be awesome to say like shea fruit. Right? Shea fruit goes everywhere.
Sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people, there's 20 producers, maybe not 20, more like 15 producers.
It's a lot, yeah.
It's a lot that make a shea single vineyard because the vineyard is so gigantic.
Yeah.
And I guarantee at least one of those producers makes a screw cap.
Or even, we could do marsh fruit, because they do marsh fruit compared to an arterberry.
But do they do a screw cap marsh?
Yeah.
But we'd have to sit on that.
Yeah, see how it is. So, but I know a couple people did screw caps.
If we could find something in
06, so help us out.
05, yeah, it would be fun to know. So anyway,
it's enough of us rambling. Thanks for watching the show. We'll see you next week with Joe Swick.
FBIB.
We don't know what that means.